Hey guys, welcome back to another lesson with idiomapro.com. I'm Billy, your Spanish teacher, and today we're going to be talking about the...
¿Sí? No, que no.
¿Puedes apagar eso?
¿Por qué?
Porque estamos grabando.
¿Por qué?
Porque estamos haciendo una lección.
Ya.
¿Por qué no puedes hacerme caso? Okay guys, as I was saying earlier, today we're going to learn about the 4 different porqués. We're going to talk about the difference between porqué, porque, porqué, and porqué. You guys confused yet? Don't worry, because we're going to go through some quick examples and explanations, and you guys are going to be experts between the 4 different types. The first one we're going to talk about is porqué. This is a very common phrase you guys might already know that's frequently used to ask questions to people. In English, basically it means why. We use this version of porqué to ask for a type of explanation or reason why something has happened. Let's see a couple examples. ¿Por qué estás tan enojada?
Yo no estoy enojada.
Oh, okay. ¿Por qué no tomamos las escaleras?
No, ¿por qué no?
No es tanto. So, when you guys saw me ask, ¿por qué estás enojada? I was asking for an explanation or a reason for why KARIN looked so mad. It's the same as we said earlier, it's the same as saying something like, why are you mad? And later on, when I asked, ¿por qué no tomamos las escaleras? This would translate into English as, why don't we take the stairs? In that example, it's a little bit more of a rhetorical question. We're not necessarily asking for a specific reason. We can also use this version of porqué without a question mark. Let's look at these following examples. No sé por qué yo dije eso. This means, I don't know why I said that. Dime por qué eres tan cruel. This means, tell me why you are so cruel. And our third example, Héctor no explicó por qué llegó tan tarde. This means Hector didn't explain why he arrived so late. So just remember that this version of porqué means why. So here's where it gets a little bit confusing. If somebody asks you a question with the word porqué, you can answer by saying porque. The version that we just saw, porqué, that has 2 words with an accent mark on the end, that means why. But when we have the 2 words smushed together without an accent, this translates as because. So somebody can ask you a question with porqué, and you can answer by saying porque. Meaning in English, they would ask you why, and you would answer by saying because, and then give the reason. Let's see a couple examples of this to help make it a little bit more clear. KARIN, ¿por qué no hiciste tu tarea de inglés?
Porque es aburrido. Prefiero estar en internet. Philly, ¿por qué no me arreglas esta computadora?
Porque yo estoy muy ocupado. Okay, so moving on to the third version of porqué. When we have the version of porqué as one word, but this time with an accent mark at the end, it's a noun that translates into English as something like the reason. We commonly use this version of porque in a short little phrase, el porqué de. This means the reason for. Let's see a couple examples to show you what I mean here. Nunca descubrieron el porqué del accidente. This means they never found out or they never discovered the reason for the accident. Another example would be, no sé el porqué de tu visita. I don't know the reason that you're visiting. So remember, when you guys see this version of porque or the phrase el porqué de, you can think of it as being substituted for the reason for. And finally, our fourth and final version of porque is two separate words without an accent mark or without the tilde. In this version, por is a preposition and que is a relative pronoun. To help avoid confusion with the other types of porque, instead of saying porque, it's more common to say something like por el que or por la que. We use these more extensive versions of the relative pronoun to help avoid confusion. Let's see a couple examples here. Esta es la meta por la que trabajamos. This means this was the goal for which we were working. Estas son las virtudes por las que luchamos. This means something like, these are the virtues that we fought for. Or, these are the virtues for which we fought. Esta no es la situación por la que yo opté. This means something like, this isn't the situation for which I opted. Or to put it a little more informally, a little more colloquial, you could say something like, this isn't the situation that I opted for. Okay, so to finish up the lesson for today, we're going to do a quick little quiz. You guys are going to see an example sentence with a blank space, and you guys have to guess the correct form of porque. You get 1 point if you get it right, and you get 2 points if you guess before you see the clue appear on your screen. So 1 point for any type of correct answer, you get 2 points if you can guess it early on without any help. So let's get started with the quiz. Número 1. Me llamaste anoche. Pista. We use this version of porque to ask questions or ask for an explanation. Número 2. No sabemos el de este ataque. Pista. We use this version of porque as a synonym for the noun reason. Número 3. Reprobé el examen. No estudié. Pista. We use this version of porque to answer questions or give an explanation. And finally, número 4. Esta es la meta. Nos hemos esforzado. Pista. This version of porque is used as a relative pronoun. Okay guys, leave us a comment down below telling us how you did on the quiz, what your final score was from 0, hopefully not 0, up to 8 possible points if you got all 4 correct without having to even need the clue. And let us know if you have any other questions about the 4 porqués. Other than that guys, I'll be seeing you in the next lesson. Ciao!